It's Monday, November 16th, 2015. This is PSN News. Tonight, we'll have the latest on the terrorist attacks from over the weekend.
We'll also take a look at changes to Penn State's Greek community.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Hunter Holbert.
And I'm Katie Litwin.
The whole world is in mourning after numerous terrorist attacks over the weekend killed hundreds. This past Friday, 6 sites across Paris were targeted by terrorists. At least 129 people were killed by 3 organized teams of terrorists. The 8 students currently studying abroad in France have been contacted and are all safe despite the recent tragic terrorist attacks. Contact was made with 2 students in Paris and 6 in other cities around France. The country is currently in a state of emergency due to the attacks.
The attacks, ranging from bombings to shootings, took place outside a soccer stadium, inside restaurants, and a music concert venue that was being held hostage. ISIS has claimed responsibility for the attacks. France is seeking a United Nations resolution to fight terrorism and has moved an aircraft carrier to the Middle East as part of an effort to intensify its bombing campaign in Syria. In addition to the attacks this weekend in Paris, Lebanon experienced a double suicide bombing in Beirut. The attacks over the past week have inspired people all over the world to unite to promote international peace, and Penn State is no exception. Penn State is holding a candlelight vigil on Tuesday night at 7:30 in the name of international peace and cooperation.
Jerry Sandusky will again receive his pension. The Daily Collegian reports that when Sandusky was convicted in 2012, he was not considered a Penn State employee and his pension was rescinded. After review, the Pennsylvania State Employees Retirement Board reversed their decision, and Sandusky and his wife will again start to receive his pension. A 6% interest rate will also need to be paid for the delayed pension.
Sweeping changes are being made in the Greek community as new executive boards have been chosen for the IFC and Panhellenic councils. The Daily Collegian reports that the newest Panhellenic president will be Madeline Strasser of the sorority Alpha Chi Omega, while the IFC president will now be Will Quaranta of Acacia Fraternity. The new executive board will officially take on the role starting in December. Those elected said they are excited to take on the challenges and responsibilities involved and look forward to the future.
The Alpha Phi Sorority International Executive Board announced it does not support the Safe Campus Act. The bill, which was proposed in July, requires students to report cases of sexual assault to the police and school administrators before colleges or universities can take action. The Daily Collegian reports that the sorority is the first to break away from the National Panhellenic Council because of this. The Penn State chapter of Alpha Phi said they support this decision and agree with the International Executive Board's statement.
The fight for 15 continues as demonstrators gather to raise the national minimum wage. According to the Daily Collegian, the rally that took place last Tuesday was organized by the Service Employees International Union as part of a nationwide day of action.
And coming up, Zania Maldonado will be sitting down with 2 students from the Concern 1950 group. We'll be right back after this.
Good evening, I'm Zania Maldonado with your World News. University of Missouri students began protesting last month over racial tensions on campus. The protesters called themselves Concerned Student 1950 after the year that black students were first admitted. One student went as far as going on a hunger strike on November 2nd, and 5 days later, the football team announced a boycott of all football-related activities. This then led the president, Timothy Wolf, to resign on November 9th, and Chancellor R. Bowen Lofton also stepped down. In some ways, the grievances of black students in Missouri mirror those on other campuses across the country, including Penn State. I'm here with sophomores Brian Davis and Kiva Spence, who serve on the Black Caucus's Political Action Committee, to discuss the demonstration of unity students held on Friday in support of the Missouri protest. How are you guys doing today? So could you explain to us, how the Black Caucus came about, organizing this demonstration of support for the Missouri protest?
So I would say it was about 12:30 at night, and Kiva, she sent me a picture, PSU supports Mizzou, and it said, let's wear all black for the day that we were going to do that. And I said, you know what, let's take it a step further. So I sent her a preview of, everybody, let's go to Old Main, let's show our appreciation. And then after that, it just spread, all over the social media. Everybody was sending it to everybody, and it went very well. So.
And what were you guys hoping to achieve by, holding this demonstration? Was there like a goal, or you just wanted to bring awareness?
Well, for me, it was a goal, just because I am from the Missouri area. So when I started this PSU supports Mizzou hashtag, it was just so my friends back home at Mizzou could click on that hashtag and see what I'm doing. I'm here to show that I love and I support them and I'm here for them. So basically, it's just a way of communicating, and it turned out to be much bigger than that.
Mm-hmm. And why do you think, students on campus here at Penn State, they feel a connection to the students at the University of Missouri? They're miles and miles away, yet so many students turned out to the event.
I think that what's going on at the University of Missouri is current to, things that happen at Penn State. So it's definitely something that we can relate to. And, we did that because we wanted to show our support because we understand what's going on there. So we just, we all in this together. So.
Mm-hmm. And you being from Missouri, has anybody, from back home reached out to you expressing, their concern of what's going on back at home?
Of course. This whole thing started from a program I did just from getting a message from my best friend that goes to Mizzou. And I'm from Springfield, Missouri, so Mizzou is like our Penn State. So if you lived in this area, you go to Penn State. Back home, you go to Mizzou. So I know a majority of people there. So basically, I've just been keeping in contact with organizations, my friends, and everything, just to stay updated and make sure they know that we're here for your support and we have some good things planned for you.
So did you guys receive any, support or feedback from President Barron?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, it definitely was a great conversation. A lot of them thanked us, for everything being peaceful and everything like that. And we just here for our support, so we thank them for that.
All right. Well, that's all the time we have right now. Thank you so much for coming and sitting and talking with us. Up next is your local forecast.
From the students of Penn State Meteorology, here is your Penn State Campus Weather Service forecast.
Good evening, student meteorologist Ryan Bells here with your PSN Campus Weather Service forecast for today, Monday, November 16th. Our weather headlines, what we're tracking for you, we're looking at mainly clear skies throughout the rest of the overnight hours tonight before clouds start to increase throughout the day on Tuesday in anticipation of the showers that we're looking for Wednesday and more likely on Thursday. But the weekend's looking great and dry. Sunny skies for your Friday, and then going into Saturday, we're looking at a whiteout. No, not a snowy whiteout. We're looking at a whiteout in Beaver Stadium for our last home football game of the season against Michigan. Noon kickoff for that. And again, mainly sunny skies for Saturday. Partly cloudy on Sunday with the chance of a scattered rain or snow shower early. Otherwise, dry conditions on your Sunday. I'll have more details on that coming up in your 7-day forecast. Eye in the future, mapping it out over the next few days for you. Mainly clear skies throughout the overnight hours tonight throughout the Commonwealth. And then clouds start to increase throughout the day on Tuesday. But we stay dry Tuesday. The first chance of rain comes on Wednesday as we see the slight chance of a shower Wednesday afternoon, stopping the time clock just after noon. And then we run the risk of more showers going into Thursday. As you can see, line of showers off to our west that'll be making its way into the Commonwealth for the day on Thursday. Temperatures over the next few days, warming up tomorrow into the low 50s here in State College, 51 in Williamsport and 53 in Harrisburg. Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, cooling it down into the upper 30s and low 40s. And then even warmer going into Wednesday and Thursday, upper 50s here in State College. Your forecast for the rest of tonight, mainly clear skies, low temperatures right around 38 degrees. Going into tomorrow, we're looking at increasing clouds throughout Center County, high temperatures right around 50 degrees. If you're headed out Thursday night to the Christmas tree lighting here in State College, temperatures in the upper 30s to near 40 with mostly cloudy skies, and that'll take place right around 5:30 to 7:30 Thursday evening. Your Campus Weather Service 7-day forecast, increasing clouds for tomorrow, high temperatures right around 50, warming up into the upper 50s near 60 Wednesday and Thursday with a slight chance of some showers, and then cooling it back down around average Friday and Saturday with mainly sunny skies, and then a few clouds on Saturday for the home football game against Michigan, noon kickoff for that. And then Sunday, a chance of a scattered rain or snow shower, otherwise partly cloudy skies. That's all for your PSN Campus Weather Service forecast, but stay tuned to PSN News because sports is next.
Mike Gilbert with your PSN News Sports Update. Sunday is usually a little rough for the Penn State student body, usually involves some Gatorade, a little aspirin, but they were treated to an absolutely crazy day in the NFL. Every game seemed it had some type of strange element at the end. It all started in Baltimore. Jacksonville down with 1 second left on the clock, but Elvis Dumervil, of all people, grabbed Blake Bortles' face mask. That would put the Jags in field goal range for one final play. The rookie kicker out of Marist, the Red Fox, Jason Myers, nailed the 53-yarder for the win. Jacksonville one game out of first in the AFC South. Who wants to go to the playoffs? I don't know. It's a fair question to ask in that division. But oh wait, there is more. The Lions went into Green Bay and took down Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, snapping a 24-year losing streak for Detroit at Lambeau. That was despite Lions kicker Matt Prater missing 2 extra points. That rule change that they made really coming into play this season, leaving the door open for an Aaron Rodgers comeback that almost came to be, but Mason Crosby missed the game winner. The Lions handing the Pack its 3rd loss in a row, 18-16. Another division where no one really knows who will come out of is the NFC East. The Redskins trashed New Orleans 47-14, Kirk Cousins giving a game ball to his father who is battling cancer. Meanwhile, the Eagles fell to the Dolphins, and the Cowboys season most likely ended at the hands of Jameis Winston and the Bucs' last-second touchdown run. Winston had a goal line fumble wiped out due to a Cowboy penalty. And of course, the Giants lost in the last second to a New England team that is missing so many key guys, but Tom Brady, he's still healthy, led his team down the field under 2 minutes with no timeouts. That's to set up the Stephen Gostkowski game winner. Giants cling to a half-game lead over both Philadelphia and Washington. And Peyton Manning was pulled in yesterday's loss to the Chiefs, 5 of 20 with 4 interceptions. It was revealed after the game he was playing with a torn ligament in his foot. Brock Osweiler replaces him, is expected to go next week. But Gary Kubiak said Peyton will return when healthy. Peyton Manning also broke Brett Favre's record for most career passing yards in NFL history. Favre congratulated him while sitting in a tree deer hunting. Go figure. You wouldn't expect anything else from Favre, really. Carson Palmer silenced the 12th man, even though he coughed up the lead in the 4th quarter, fumbling twice and losing the lead. But he was able to conduct an 83-yard touchdown drive, firing to Jermaine Gresham for what would prove to be the game-winning score. Cards now 7-2 in command of their division. And oh boy, the Texans visit the undefeated Cincinnati Bengals tonight. Should be a blowout in Cincinnati. Meanwhile, here, hoops back in Happy Valley. The men's team beat VMI in the season opener. Thank God for hoops. Shep Garner scored 15 points. You can catch them tomorrow on ESPNU at 5 p.m. as they host DePaul at the BJC as part of the inaugural Gavitt tip-off games between Big East and Big Ten schools. And Coquise Washington has her ball club off to a hot start as the Lady Lions are 2-0 after downing Holy Cross and Fordham over the weekend. Brianna Banks, really someone to watch on this year's squad. She's tearing it up so far. They face Tennessee in Knoxville. That's on Wednesday. And the whiteout is coming. This Saturday, Michigan will come to town fresh off putting up 48 points against Indiana last week. Hope to see a lot of you there, although I'm sure most Penn Staters are hanging around this holiday weekend to see the game. This just in, hold the music to the PSN News Sports Desk. The Rams have benched quarterback Nick Foles in favor of Case Keenum. So for you fantasy owners out there that have Nick Foles, feel free to axe him. I got your back. I'm Mike Gilbert, back to the news desk after this.
Well, sexual assault is not a new topic, but in the past year, the United States has heard a plethora of sexual assault cases. From the recently released documentary The Hunting Ground to the Rolling Stones' poor coverage of the UVA rape case, sexual assault is not new. However, with the increasing discussion of sexual assault, the number of cases has yet to fall. Marian Dettinger has the story.
1 in 5 women here at Penn State will be sexually assaulted while in college. Nationally, the number being reported hasn't gone down. Erin Farley of Penn State's Center for Women's Studies explains why.
I don't necessarily think that's because more sexual assaults are occurring, but there's a national dialogue surrounding sexual assault right now that we've really never seen before. And we know sexual assault is a vastly underreported crime. And so as more people are talking about it, I think survivors are feeling more comfortable coming forward and they know what resources are available.
Last year, protests erupted on campus concerning fraternity members and a private Facebook group. Nude photos of college women were posted on the page without their knowledge. However, this year, Penn State issued a call to action. Its mission was to create an environment that doesn't tolerate sexual violence or misconduct. As an effort to combat sexual assault, Penn State started the Blue Light program, where there are all different emergency stands on campus where you can go if you just don't feel safe when you're walking home from the library late at night. And it sends someone there to escort you home to your dorm or your apartment that you live in. Tim Donovan of the Men Against Violence explains what his organization does to help prevent sexual assault on campus.
Our goal is that we do it through peer education, because it's been proven through many studies that when men are educating men, other men tend to receive that better than when women educate men, or vice versa.
1 in 10 males will experience sexual assault in their lifetime. Last year's protester, Jared DeLoof, made a statement agreeing with Donovan.
Part of the problem is this idea that maleness in some other way, sexual assault, you're affected differently. And really, any violent act against women, impacts men negatively, the community negatively, and men themselves are often victims of sexual assault.
Sexual assault is a problem that affects both males and females. For anyone trying to help spread awareness, there are multiple organizations on campus for students to join. Reporting for PSN News, I'm Maria Dettinger.
And that does it for here at PSN News for November 16th, 2015. Be sure to check us out on Twitter at PSN News.
And make sure to watch us every Monday night live at 7 p.m. Thanks for watching.